What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Kinesio Outdoors YouTube video. In today's video, I'll be doing kind of a head-to-head battle on some of the different Digiscoping systems I've used. I've used 4 in the past. I currently own 3. I have Phoneskope, I have Ollin, and I have the new Capture Gear Knekt system, and I have used the Magni system in the past. So stick along in this video and you'll see what I like about each of these, what I don't like about each of these, and which one I think is the top contender for the Digiscoping world now. So when I first started Digiscoping, it was when I was guiding and I didn't have a Digiscoping system. I didn't have really anything. And the guide had this guy laying around. Now, some issues I have with this, and I'm just reviewing my notes here. This case is huge. It actually goes on the outside. I can't show you my phone. I'm using it to record this video. But my phone case, my iPhone with my phone case on it actually fits inside this. So that's kind of cool. But I have to carry this thing around all by itself. And this adapter piece is ginormous. It's absolutely massive. When I take it off, cool. It's smaller, but not that much smaller. My pocket's not that big. So that was a big downside to this system. One of the plus sides is this is actually able to be used on many different optics because you can actually change the diameter. Let's see if I can do it. So this is it, open the biggest. So I can actually change this to fit multiple different optics just by rotating. Kind of tightens it down, and now I can fit a smaller eyepiece. That's amazing. So it's super adaptable. One system, I don't remember what this cost, something like 50 bucks. That's incredible. But this going on the phone, it was kind of hard for me to get it aligned and locked in pretty good. Twisting it to get it on right. Some people were better at it. I just didn't have the best luck with it, so I wasn't the most happy with this. Again, pros, you can use it with many different optics with one $50 purchase, but cons, giant phone case. I had trouble with the alignment. I had trouble getting it on and off quickly, especially on, which if you're guiding for Roosevelt elk, Oregon coast and clear cuts, sometimes you only have a few seconds to slap your phone on, which leads me to the next one, and I don't have that one. It's the MagView. Now the MagView system, I really like it for binoculars. The magnet is on the eye cup, which kind of has some downsides if you don't like metallic debris getting around your eye cup. Usually you can wipe it off, but I don't know, I just like my things to be a little on the cleaner side, and that was causing magnetic debris to accumulate there. However, the need for a phone case to be giant is non-existent. You just put a metal plate, you just stick it on the back of your phone, and you're good to go. A downside to that is if you like to place your phone on a charger, it can't charge unless you buy the version where you can charge, then it's not a big deal. So I was actually a pretty big fan of the MagView for the binoculars, but the MagView for the spotting scope, I think it's the S1. For whatever reason, and I didn't get to use it, but the 3 guides that were using that system just had the hardest time. So what that one is you got your spotting scope, the eye cup, and then you've got something that opens up and over it. So when you want to record with the MagView, you open it up and this inner side's a magnet. So what they found happening is when they went to place their phone, pretend this is the phone, when they went to place it on the eyepiece, what they were actually having happen is the magnet was pulling this flap over, and then they were getting bad alignment and bad alignment and bad alignment. I'm not sure if the magnet was too strong. I'm not sure if the hinges in the actual system that was opening and closing were causing the issues. I'm not sure, but all 3 of them were just never going to use that system again, and I'll take their word for it. Again, I never had experience with it, but they really struggle with it. And MagView did have not necessarily issues, but it didn't have the fastest alignment. Now they do have an app, as far as I remember, where you can use to try to get really good alignment each time, but it was good. It was definitely a step up from the Phoneskope, but it kind of left me wanting more. And that's when I got into the Ollin. And Ollin was like the best system a year ago, which is why I got it. So Ollin is perfect alignment every time. This goes on the optic, and I'll just throw it on my binoculars here in real time. So all it is I just take this, slide it on, and it's on. Fantastic. Take my phone, it's on. Fantastic. Magnet is okay. It's not the strongest, but it's good enough. I shouldn't be picking up my binoculars with my phone, right? So as far as getting my phone on here, there's magnets, looks like every 90 degrees. So that's cool. I can get horizontal, I can get vertical super easily. It's fantastic. However, this eyepiece is huge, and I can't use my binoculars and have my eyes line up in both eyepieces. To me, that's a problem. If I see something quickly, as often is the case, I want to be able to grab my phone and throw it on immediately. I don't want to have to take this eye cup out of my pocket, out of my binocular harness, wherever. Oh, it looks like it's pretty well lined up. Okay. And they recommend that you don't teeter it back and forth because these little kind of, I'm going to call them teeth, bite in, and some eyepieces actually get damaged. So they recommend that you just try to be very intentional about pushing it down perfectly vertical and pulling it up perfectly vertical. They recommend against kind of doing the wiggle, wiggle, wiggle to get it up. That actually, as they have seen, kind of tears up people's eyepieces. So I was really excited about this Ollin, but as soon as I found out I couldn't use my binoculars, I was really frustrated again, because if I wanted to leave this on, if I was recording, I actually found myself using this one on the eyepiece, and then I'd use my binoculars with one hand, and then, or one eye, excuse me, and then cover my other eye to scan, so I could continue using this to find the deer, elk that I had just lost while recording. So Ollin was great. They're definitely the pros of super quick, easy, perfect alignment, and all you need to do is just buy a new eyepiece for whatever other optics you have, and it'll just slap right on there every single time. So that's really sweet. But just not being able to use that, it tearing up my eyepiece, things like that. And I actually got to the point where I didn't use it on a couple of trips, which to me was pointless because I spent over $100 on the system to Digiscope, and I ended up not using it because I just didn't want to have to take this off and on, and then when I was taking off and on, it was just too quick. The situation was too quick, the animal was moving too quick, I just couldn't use it. So that leaves me to this next phone case. Let me go back. Another thing that's a downside is this Ollin phone case. I actually really like the phone case. It's pretty sleek, it sticks on pretty well, really happy with it. But my phone overheated with this, and maybe I was doing too much, but I was driving to my bear hunt with Jason, and I was charging my phone with the phone case on, and I was listening to a podcast, and I had maps going in my car. The AC was on, and the car wasn't overly hot. It was probably like 95 outside, but inside the car was probably closer to 75 or less. And my phone overheated, and it wasn't charging anymore. So to me, that's kind of a problem. That's something that I wasn't really happy about. In summary, my issues with previous products are large phone cases, slow attachment, poor alignment of the camera, not being able to use the optic with the adapter on, and then which could cause missed digiscoping opportunities. And that leads me to the Capture Gear Knekt system. So this one has a really sleek phone case, similar to the Ollin. I actually think it's a little bit more sleek because I can take that adapter off. The Ollin, you can't take the adapter off. Not that it's huge. But I can just leave it on as a normal phone case. I don't have to have multiple phone cases where if I forget my phone case at home, then I don't have it. This is small enough where I could just use this as my everyday phone case, leave this in my binocular harness, and I'm in good shape because this is all I need to take, and this is similar in size to the Ollin eyepiece. It's a little bit bigger footprint, but it's quite a bit thinner. I would say they're similar. You could be comparing them apples to oranges, but size-wise, they're close enough. Now, again, I can use this as a normal phone case. The eyepiece attachment is not in the way. The eyepiece attachment, you can kind of see it, is inside of there. That's how I attach this phone case, so I'll show you in real time as I continue on this video. But essentially, putting it on, I have the adapter off, just slide the adapter on, and this is small enough that I can leave it in my pocket and it's not really gonna hang up. This piece might hang up, but it's a lot smaller than this guy here. Now, alignment with this is super quick. My eye cup is going to be up just because that's the position I use it in, but all I need to do is just get it close, get my alignment on, and that's it, it's on. Now, strength of the magnet, it is a very strong magnet. I can pick up my binoculars with the magnet. I don't know that that really matters because ideally these are gonna be on a tripod and I'm just holding up the weight of the phone. So I don't know that that's something where it's a stronger magnet so it's better, but that just is something that I wanted to point out. Now, both the Ollin and the Knekt allow very quick attachment of the phone, but the fact that the Knekt system is always on my binoculars means all I have to do is just have one piece from my phone and just slap that on. I just find it to be a little bit faster. Now, this magnet to Metal connection is perfect every time, similar to the Ollin. They just do it in a slightly different way. Now, there are downsides to every system. I mentioned the Digiscoping system from Phoneskope. The case is too big. I mentioned the MagView having issues with alignment, as well as that S1 just kind of causing misalignment again of the spotting scope. And I mentioned Ollin. I had quite a few issues with this eyepiece here. Well, my issues with the Knekt aren't necessarily with the system itself, and maybe it's because I haven't used it overly extensively. I've only had it for a few days, used it just kind of around the apartment. But I will say something that is a bummer is they only offer 4 phone cases, and they offer the Pro and Pro Max in the 14 and 15. And talking to Eric, I believe they're going to have the 16 coming out in the next few months here. So that's cool. But for anybody that doesn't have those 4 or 6 phones, you're kind of out of luck. And you're not going to be able to use their system for a while. Now, they just started out. They just started releasing for sale, I believe, end of October, beginning of November of 2024. So it's early stages. It's really hard for companies to just come out with the full lineup. No companies do that. They need to come out with what they think is going to be the most profitable first and then kind of build from there. But my complaint with the Capture Gear system is that they just are early and they don't have everybody's phone. So I was able to get this system for my wife's phone, which is great. We'll use it for backpacking and hiking this summer when we go to national parks. But for my phone, for hunting, I'll either have to get a new phone or borrow my wife's phone because I just don't have a 15 or 14 Pro or Pro Max, and that's just kind of the way it is. So that's my review of these. Every one of them has their pros. All of them are good in their own way. Just for me and what I want to do, I want a system that's very quick to attach. I want a phone case that's very sleek. I want perfect alignment. And I want a system that's pretty modular, which is something where this Knekt system is very specific, but I can very easily get a piece or 2 pieces and then have an entire lineup for all my optics. So that's my overview of all these systems. Shoot me any questions below if you have any questions about all of them. I've used most of these quite a bit, and all of my previous experiences have led me to this Knekt system from Capture Gear. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments below on what's your favorite, what's your least favorite, what you like, what you don't like about all these systems. I'll do my best to reply to any questions. You can also DM me on Instagram. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. I've gotten quite a few views of my videos. It's a lot of fun making these. I hope it's helpful for everybody. I wish I knew a lot of the things I'm trying to tell you when I was making these purchases. Hopefully it saves you all some time and money, and hopefully it gets you all involved in the outdoors. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.